out on the boat today to do some scuba diving and fossil hunting. We have Bree here, a bunch of scuba gear in the boat, and the water is very clear, my friends. It is gonna be very cool down there. We should be finding great stuff. It's 80 degrees today. It should be perfect. We're gonna start going that way right now to get to the first spot. We just pulled off the river into this beautiful freshwater spring. We're gonna suit up and jump in here to show you guys how beautiful it is. We got our wetsuits on and it's very hot right now. It's 80 degrees out here, which is pretty wild because just a couple mornings ago, we were watching the sun come up right here on this river and it was freezing out. It was 20 degrees.
This steam rising up off the water tells us that that water's way warmer than the air right now, my friends. The sun is finally up and it is just crazy looking. Look at the spider webs here. They're still frozen. They're just about to start defrosting, but the spider webs frozen with the fog, the sun coming up with the rays. It's just gorgeous out here right now.
We actually managed to get some beautiful photographs here as well. Okay, so grab this GoPro and bring you guys down under this water with me.
All right,
let's go. All right, let's make our way to the first fossil spot now. That was gorgeous. That otter was so cool, just peeking its head out of that little hole. All right, let's go. There's a beautiful hawk just sitting right here on a limb by the bank. We're gonna try to get a good clip of him for you guys. I just parked right here because I wanted to show you guys this. There have been beavers right down here chewing on this. Now where we saw that otter earlier, that was actually an old beaver den. Looks like maybe the beavers moved right down here somewhere. And also, I want to show you this. Look how beautiful the lilies are going on the edge of the river here. Look at them, just thriving despite it having been really cold recently. They are just everywhere right here. Does anybody know what does this to these trees? It's a cool looking tree, It has all these cool lines in it. It's weird. All right, back to the boat. Let's get down to that next spot. Why is this guy chewing on my dry box? I don't know what he's doing there. We just hit the first fossil spot. We got our wetsuits on still, so we're about to throw the scuba gear on and go down there. It took us a few minutes, but we have our dive gear on. Now, here we go. It's cold, guys. The water is freezing. All right, let's go.
It's a tunnel schedule. It's inside the tunnel shell.
So these little bones are pretty uncommon to find complete. This is a fossilized scapula to a turtle, so this goes inside the turtle's shell. They would have had two, one on the left and right sides. Here are two fossils to the same species that were found right back to back. That's the astragalus bone to a white-tailed deer, as well as the hoof core. So whenever you see deer footprints, they're made by two of those little things pressing down into the dirt. I just wanted to show you guys a quick size comparison between this, which is a pretty large white-tailed deer toe bone, and then this thing, which is a Hemiakinia or Paleolama camelid toe bone from the Pleistocene. Look at the size difference. That was a massive animal. So these two incisors right here were found right back to back, and they are probably associated to the same tapir from the genus Tapirus, species Viroensis. This animal went extinct about 11,000 years ago, but is very similar to a type that still lives down in South America called the mountain tapir. They're just crazy looking animals, and those are two nice teeth. This one here is the lower molar to a camelid, and you can really identify these because they belong to a group of animals called artiodactyls that have that kind of funny look on the tops of their teeth, along with white-tailed deer and bison that can look similar to that, but they're different size. This is a beautiful molar to a type of giant beaver called Castoroides, which was a massive bear-sized beaver that was roaming around these rivers back in the Pleistocene.
Look at that.
I always love finding these right here. It's one of the osteoderms or body armor plates to a giant armadillo called Holmesina septentrionalis. This animal was massive, my friends, 500 pounds or more, and it was covered by just hundreds and hundreds of these things. This is a killer little find right here.
They're so uncommon to find complete. That is a tooth to one of the giant armadillos, just like those body armor plates we were showing you before. Nice, nice little tooth.
Oh no! Look at that! It's a liquidated shark tooth.
This could have been a fantastic little find right here. Unfortunately, it's a little bit broken, but this is a tooth to an auriculatus shark. This is one of the ancestors to the megalodons.
It's a reality tooth. It's broken. There's another one there. Yeah.
This is a tooth to a manatee right here. They're relatively common finds in the fossil record in Florida in certain locations because they are one of only a few mammals that can continuously replace their teeth throughout their life.
Look at that. That's a troglodyte. That is a troglodyte.
So while Bree's finding all the amazing stuff, the river is giving me this. This is a coprolite, and it is exactly what it looks like, my friends. That's fossilized poop. So here's a better look at that one. It's an upper molar to a tapir, Tapirus viruensis. That's a cool find. There's a lot of tapir material in this site. There's another piece to a white-tailed deer antler, much larger than the last one that we found. There it is right there. Huge size difference. This bone right here, it's massive. It's the calcaneus, or the heel bone, to a huge camel from the Pleistocene. That is a pretty crazy find. The thing must weigh like 5 pounds. Very mineralized. So this is the jawbone to an alligator right here. You can see a few of the tooth sockets still intact. I have actually found these before in this same river where all the teeth were still in the jaw, completely fossilized. So this beautiful little tooth right here is actually a peccary molar. It looks similar to the manatee molars, but it's actually a type of wild pig that we had here in the Pleistocene. Now these things still exist down in South America, not this species, but other species, and they are a favored prey item to things like jaguars.
There's a deer tooth right there. Manatee and deer. There's a turtle shell. Oh, that's a red one.
I always love finding these little bones right here. This is a bird tarsometatarsus. So it's the leg bone where it splits off into the little toes. It's just missing a tiny little piece off the side and it's split in half. This one here is one of the osteoderms to an alligator. It's very mineralized. I don't know if you can see that shine. It helps to protect the alligator a little bit as well as provide a little bit more heat from the sun. Sort of like little solar panels for the alligator. I actually found a dead alligator in the river not too long ago and it showed how all these things fit together. Here's a better look at that one, a little tapir molar from the lower jaw in excellent condition. That is a pretty nice fossil right there. So we have another tooth right here. Can you guys tell what that one is based on that chewing surface? It is another camelid molar, and this one is an upper molar.
That's a vanity tooth, and also another vanity tooth. Whoa! Look at that! Whoa! A horse hoof core! Whoa! That is amazing!
I still cannot believe that Bree found this. It's the hoof core to a horse from the genus Equus in amazing condition. These are very rarely preserved this well. And here's a bone I had laying around to show you guys just how that fits together. That's the hoof of the horse right there. A killer find. So Bree found this one here. This is another one of the toe bones to a horse, but you can tell by that like spongy texture on the end, this was a juvenile horse. It was not fully grown, and that's why we have some areas of like erosion here. It's like all hollow inside because the bone wasn't fully solid yet. And here's the hoof cores I showed you before. Look at that. We're on our way to building a horse leg already.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Nice horse teeth! Sweet! Woo!
So one interesting little fact about horse teeth is that they wear down over the life of the animal. So you can kind of tell the age of the animal based on the length. If this was a short tooth, it'd be a very old animal, but because this is so long, it was not super old. So here's another horse molar, just like that one that I was showing you guys before. The only difference is, just like I was saying, that was a very young individual, while this one was extremely old. That's why it's so short. This is a fantastic find right here. A horse metacarpal, a little break on the end, but look at this. There's some weird bump there. It could be like a healed injury or something going on there, but check this out. So there's our horse leg we had going here, and check it out. That bone would connect there, and we'd be well on our way to having a whole horse leg. The only problem is that bone, we really need to find one of these to an adult horse to finish this leg.
Look at right there. Ooh, cowboy.
This one is also camel, just like this one we showed you guys before. Now, why is that so different looking? This is a very old animal and its tooth is very worn down, whereas this one's not old at all. So it tells us more about age rather than species. So these little things right here are turtle neutrals. They're part of the shell, and the head to the turtle just sticks out right there.
Look at that. We got two echinoids. A little shark teeth. And this little crystals there. There's crystals in contact.
I always love finding these fossils here because of how old they are. This is Eocene in age, up to 40 million years old. So in comparison, the other fossils we're finding can be like maybe 1 million to 10,000. So these are incredibly old. They erode out of the bottom of the limestone. They're some of the oldest fossils you can find in Florida. Little fossilized sand dollars.
Camel canine. What's the canine? The Texas canine.
That one is a camel canine, just missing a little bit on the tip right there. You can see the nice shiny enamel. Camels had disturbing teeth, my friends. That is so sharp, it's like a knife right there, and it would have gone up to a tip. I would not want to meet this giant, scary camel in the Pleistocene.
Oh, nice big one.
Ah, we stayed out too late again. Oh no. It got so dark. I am freezing right now, guys. It's so dark.
Here are some of the notable finds laid out right here. The best find was most certainly Bree's fossilized horse hoof core. Pretty uncommon find. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button for me. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video and what your favorite part was. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.